Have you ever wondered what happens when a national dream turns into a financial nightmare? This is the story of Hyflux, a Singaporean company that was once the pride of the nation, a shining example of innovation and environmental stewardship. They promised to solve one of humanity's biggest challenges, securing clean, sustainable water for everyone. Their groundbreaking technology was set to quench Singapore's thirst and then the world's. For years, Hyflux was celebrated. Its founder, Olivia Lum, became a self-made billionaire, an icon of entrepreneurship who built a global empire from almost nothing. The company's massive desalination plants were engineering marvels, turning seawater into fresh drinking water, seemingly securing Singapore's future. The public loved them, the government backed them, and thousands of ordinary Singaporeans, from retirees to young professionals, eagerly invested their life savings into Hyflux bonds, believing they were funding a secure, prosperous future for themselves and their country. It felt like a guaranteed win. But behind the gleaming pipes and the awards, something was going wrong. The dream began to crumble, slowly at first, then all at once. The company that promised endless water was drowning in a sea of debt. How did it happen? How did a company so vital to national security, with such strong government support, collapse so spectacularly? The story of Hyflux is a complex web of ambition, risk, and financial engineering. It begins with their revolutionary membrane technology. This was the core of their business, a proprietary system that could filter impurities from water with incredible efficiency. This tech gave them a huge edge, allowing them to win massive contracts, not just in Singapore but around the world, from the Middle East to China. Their flagship project, the two-spring integrated water and power plant, was supposed to be their crowning achievement. It was the largest desalination plant in Singapore, a testament to their vision. But this massive project also carried massive risks. To fund this and other ambitious expansions, Hyflux needed a lot of money. Instead of just relying on traditional bank loans, they turned to the public, issuing something called perpetual securities and preference shares. They offered attractive interest rates, much higher than what you could get from a savings account. For many small-time investors, this seemed like a golden opportunity. They were investing in a national champion, a company that seemed as safe as the government itself. Over 34,000 retail investors poured their hard-earned money in, believing in the Hyflux story. In total, they raised hundreds of millions of dollars this way. The problem was, the two-spring plant was not just a water plant. It was also a power plant. Hyflux had bet big that they could sell electricity to the national grid to subsidize the cost of producing water. It was a clever idea, but it was also a huge gamble on the energy market. And that gamble went horribly wrong. Just as the plant came online, global energy prices plummeted. A massive oversupply of electricity in Singapore's market meant Hyflux was forced to sell power at a loss. Every day the power plant operated, it was bleeding money. Suddenly, the company's financials didn't look so good. The massive revenues were being eaten up by even more massive losses. The debts were piling up, reaching a staggering $1.5 billion. The company that was supposed to provide water security was itself financially insecure. Panic began to set in. Investors started asking questions. The media began to dig deeper. The once lauded company was now under intense scrutiny. In May 2018, the bombshell dropped. Hyflux filed for bankruptcy protection, freezing the trading of its shares and halting payments to its investors. The dream was officially over. For the 34,000 retail investors, it was a catastrophe. These weren't hedge funds or big banks. They were ordinary people. Retirees who had invested their entire nest egg. Parents saving for their children's education. Their life savings, which they thought were securely parked in a blue-chip company, vanished almost overnight. The aftermath was a long and painful saga. There were dramatic town hall meetings where emotional investors confronted Olivia Lum, demanding answers. There were desperate attempts to find a white knight, a new investor who could rescue the company from the brink. Several potential deals came and went, each one raising hopes before ultimately collapsing, plunging investors deeper into despair. The restructuring process dragged on for years, a messy and complicated legal battle that left everyone exhausted. So, who is to blame for this monumental collapse? Was it a case of a visionary leader who became too ambitious and took on too much risk? Or was it unforeseen market forces that no one could have predicted? Some critics point to a lack of oversight and corporate governance. They questioned why a company so crucial to the nation's water supply was allowed to take such risky financial bets. Others blame the investors themselves for chasing high returns without fully understanding the risks of complex financial products like perpetual securities. The Singaporean government eventually stepped in to take over the Tuspring desalination plant, ensuring the nation's water supply was never compromised. But that did nothing to help the investors. Their money was gone. The company was delisted and eventually ordered to be liquidated. Olivia Lum, once one of Asia's most celebrated businesswomen, saw her reputation and fortune disintegrate. The fall of Hyflux serves as a powerful cautionary tale. It's a story about the dangers of debt-fueled growth, the fine line between bold vision and reckless gambling, and the devastating human cost when corporate dreams fail. It forced a national conversation in Singapore about investment literacy, corporate responsibility, and the risks hidden within seemingly safe investments. It's a reminder that even the most celebrated success stories can hide deep-seated problems. And when they unravel, the consequences can be a nightmare for everyone involved. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the biggest stories in business and finance. See you in the next video.